here. I left the hospital AMA last night after the fucking security tackled me to the floor and pinned me down. But they didn't get me before I ripped out one of my IVs and bled all over them, me, the floor. A giant puddle was gushing. The nurse was screaming at me. She has no right to do that. That hospital is known for people hating it. It's such a bad hospital. But that's where the ambulance took me. They'll take you to the closest one, and that was the closest because it was an emergency. I figured I'd make a short video telling you what happened because I'm getting a lot of comments, PMs, and messages, and I just don't have it in me right now to write and thank everybody personally for their support, their help, their love and their caring and concern. I want to especially thank STEINMETZ, who from 3,000 miles away had the wherewithal to call an ambulance. The ambulance must have been there within 3 minutes because the ambulance company is right down the road. And they didn't even want to let me take my pocketbook. They put me right on a stretcher and put me in the ambulance, and they worked on me. The EMTs were very nice guys, and I appreciate all the help that they gave me. They hooked me up to 2 IVs, to oxygen, and to a breathing machine in a heartbeat. But I was still hyperventilating and couldn't breathe. And I was still hyperventilating when I got to the hospital, which is only about 10 minutes away, if that. No, it's got to be 10 minutes. I just couldn't breathe. I forgot what else I wanted to say. Oh, so I want to thank Leanne so much for calling 911 for me. You have no idea how much I appreciated that, because I couldn't even talk. I was shaking so bad I couldn't dial a phone. I couldn't even see the numbers. I could kind of see 911, and there was nobody home with me. I was there by myself. And I didn't know how to work the breathing machine on my own or the oxygen. And I had to be super careful because in all this craziness I started smoking again. A little bit, very little, but nonetheless I'm smoking, which you can't do around oxygen or you'll probably blow up. I don't know. But at the hospital, I can't fucking believe the security tackled me to the ground and held me down, but not before I pulled that IV out. It took them like 2 minutes to get there, which was enough time for me to pull one of my IVs out. And the nurse started yelling and screaming at me because they had me hooked up to bells and whistles and alarms, and I had to go to the bathroom. I had to pee. So I got out of bed to pee because nobody told me that I wasn't allowed. They never bothered to tell me that. This hospital's been known for shittiness. So everything went off when the alarms went off. And then the nurse finally came in and said, "What do you want?" Not, "Can I help you?" "What do you want?" What kind of an answer? What kind of a question is that? She was so bitchy. And then she was really ticked off when she had to clean up the puddles of blood all over the floor and change the bed because her aide wasn't available. So what did she do? There was an 80-year-old woman or 85-year-old woman who was my roommate, who was very nice, but she snored and kept me up all night. They came in and took her to the bathroom after I had been waiting about an hour for them to take me to the bathroom because they don't want me walking by myself. They took her to the bathroom first, so I pissed myself. I stood there pissing myself. I was drenched. It was just one nightmare after another, and I said, "I'm getting the hell out of this place. I can't deal with it." It's a terrible, terrible hospital. It's called ARIA, ARIA, and it's well known for its terrible ways of treating people. You can go in there and it's so empty in there because everybody hates it. You'll be in a room in less than an hour. Now, when I went to St. Mary's last week for the same problem, it took me 14 hours to get a room. Not at ARIA, less than an hour, I was in a room. Crazy, isn't it? So thank you everybody for your well wishes. Sorry I look like crap, but I had already had plans to go visit Tom Kennedy in Staten Island, and we're going, and I have to get in the shower right now because I was in there in the hospital all that time and not allowed to use the shower, so I look like shit. But thank you all so much for your awesome, awesome PMs, comments, everything. I really appreciate it. Going to bring Tom a bottle of hooch too. Jesus. I always think of Tom when I think I'm having a problem compared to his broken neck and being paralyzed from the neck down. I don't have any problems compared to him. I try to visit him every 6 to 8 weeks, but with this going on, I haven't been there in quite a few months. So he wrote me and said he really misses me and he can't believe I'm really coming to today now, Saturday, I think the 29th of March. So that's basically what happened. There was so much shit going on. Jessie, my daughter-in-law, came like 11 o'clock at night and picked me up and took me home, changed my clothes. Of course, they left me sopping wet. Changed my clothes, made me take a long pee and sit on the recliner. Well, after she had left because she had to go back because she has 4 little kids who weren't awake, but they were there, and my son doesn't especially like to be in charge. I had to go to the bathroom. So on the way to the bathroom, I got really, really dizzy and I fucking fell and I sprained my ankle. It hurt like a mofo. It hurt really bad. But I elevated my legs once I crawled back to the recliner. I got about 3 or 4 hours sleep because the pain kept waking me up. But I'm doing much better now. I just have to take it really easy. And Tom, we're on the way, pal. Read your email. Bye, everybody, and thanks so much for all your love, caring, and concern. Bye.